नमस्कार मेरे प्यारे भाइयों और बहनों। I am Harish Thakkar and now we are having a discussion on Srimad Bhagavad Gita. What can Srimad Bhagavad Gita give the solutions of our daily questions? We cannot say it is just a problem, but they are the questions. So we have a pronoun professor from Visakhapatnam, Santosh Kumar Karimilli, and Professor Dr. Challa Krishnavir Abhishek from Visakhapatnam. So, Namaskar Santosh ji, Namaskar Abhishek Krishnavir.
Namaskar.
Yeah. Welcome Apurva, you too. He is from one of the country of Europe. I am asking Santosh ji, first of all, if a student is little bit confused how to choose the career, what the career is proper for me, how can Srimad Bhagavad Gita help to choose the career? Please, Santosh ji.
Bhagavad Gita is a source of knowledge. Whatever questions all the world, you can find all the answers in it. Whether those are related to personal problems or even professional problems. Here, for your question, the chapter 4, 39th verse says that Shraddhavan labate jnanam Tatpara Sanyatendriya Jnanam Ladva Param Santim Achirena Digashyati. If somebody wants to learn something, first he requires Shraddha, means interest. Shraddhavan Labate Jnanam. One who have interest to learn something or to know about something, he requires first interest on that particular area. For example, a student wants to do something in his career, he requires interest on it. At first, he has to ask himself the questions. What am I? Who am I? What I can, whether it is suitable to me or not. Once he gets confirmation, then he has to go forward. Then he has to develop the interest. Shraddha. Shraddhavan labate jnanam. Tatpana sanyatendriya. Jnanam ladva param santim achirena digashyati. So how Krishna explains very clear to Arjuna. It's not meant for Arjuna, it's meant for all over the people of us. In addition to that verse, I want to add, Krishna always says that in chapter 2, verse 47, Karmanyedivadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturbu mate sangotsva karmani. He added to the previous sloka. What he says, once you are confirmed what to do, next you have to go for Shraddha, means interest. Then start to do whatever you want to do. With your full efforts, karmanyedivadikaraste. Do whatever you want wholeheartedly. With your all effort, carry on with your work. Ma phaleshu kadachana. I am here to give results. Don't expect results, instant results. I know when do I give the results. I know what time you are going to across them. So don't bother about the results. Do whatever you want to do. Ma phaleshu kadachana. Ma karma phala heturbu mate sangotsva karmani. We in general, our human psychology, for example, we attend for a job, the first interview. We expect, okay, this is the first interview, so I shall select in this interview. But is it possible? You may select or you can select, or you will select. We don't know. But human nature, always we want instant results. Don't do that. One day it will. So a student, one who wants to choose a career, first he has to enter into himself. He has to enter into himself because nobody guides you. Remember, our human nature, we always want to depend upon somebody. We require the presence of parents. We require the presence of a teacher. We require the presence of the friends. We want to know from them. We always ask them guidance. But why do you ask the guidance from them? Everything is within you. Everything is within you. Just try to awake it. How can it possible? Just in Jhana Yoga, Krishna said, just close your eyes and think about your inner abilities. You will find them. For this, I add one example to you, a modern example. Now we are talking in live stream. 50 years ago, it was not possible. 100 years ago, this technology not possible. But now it is possible. Every scientist, he did a yoga. He did a meditation. Meditation is nothing but concentration on one particular object or one particular thing or one particular concept. All the scientists did the same. That's why we could find all these innovations. How could we find all these innovations? Only because of thinking on a particular area. It's called meditation, right? The Sanatana Dharma talks about it. So, for example, now I'm talking to you all by using my mobile phone. This mobile phone was invented by some scientist. His master or his teacher did not teach him how to make this mobile phone, but he knew how and why, because he has a strong desire to know something, to invent something. That thirst leads him to invent this product. In the same way, if anybody wants to do something, first he has to ask himself, who am I? What am I? What I can? That's why Krishna added another sloka in 6th chapter, verse 5. Uddharedatmanatmanam natmaiva mavasadayet atmayashotmano bandhu atmaiva ripuratmanaha. Uddharedatmanatmanam. You have to motivate yourself. You have to change yourself. You have to know your own path and your own way. Nobody comes to you to teach you something because everything is within you. Adi Shankaracharya says, Aham Brahmasmi. I am God. So when do you know you are God? You have to go that level of spirituality. Once you believe you are God, everything comes to you. Unknowingly, unconsciously, you know everything. Because we have, in psychology also, we generally known as this body which is talking to you is a conscious mind. There is another unconscious mind is also there, and subconscious mind is also there. So first, we have to leave this conscious mind. Now the Santosh is talking to you, but is this body called Santosh? Because 6 years ago, I met Abhishek. I means not this body. Santosh met Abhishek. Because 6 years ago, Santosh was completely changing now. And after 50 years, my body completely changed. My skin tone is completely changed. Even 20 years ago, I was a child. So you are talking with my consciousness, not with this body. So first leave this body. Enter into yourself. What is the consciousness is within you. That is you. Remember that and try to analyze that. Automatically, everything comes to you. Gautam Buddha also saying the same thing. He also did meditation for 40 days and he became an enlightened being. I think I make myself clear. Any questions? I invite from the panel members.
You said very well, and I ask Krishnavir if you have something to add in it.
So basically, I loved your explanation. So when we talk about
Thank you.
concentration and focus, so we stressed on importance of focus and concentration, but we you didn't stress on how we can develop it and what are the means through which we can develop that. So if I can get some inputs from that, I think it would be great.
For this, Geeta added that if you want to develop concentration, it's very, very, very difficult task. Of course, practicing meditation is not at all easy task because we simply want to sit somewhere and try to close our eyes. So many thoughts. If you want to do some job, or if you want to go for one particular job, or you want to choose one certain stream to study, whether it's mathematics or science or biology or geology, whatever it was, the same confusion comes upon our mind. So how can we concentrate on one particular issue? For that, Gita says you have to do two things. The first one is Sakara Jhana, Nirakara Jhana. Meditation is in two categories. One is Sakara, the second one is Nirakara. What is Sakara? So you can, if you want to get enlightened being, or if you want to know something, if you want to reach one goal, you require one guru. It is called Sakara, or one God, or one object at least. That's why in India, ideal worship became a Sanatana Dharma. It's a part and parcel of Sanatana Dharma. We can't concentrate simply closing eyes. So we require someone or something to concentrate. If you have a guru, extraordinary. Swami Vivekananda got Guru, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. That's why he could reach that higher levels very quickly in the short span of time. Of course, we don't. Go to God at least. Surrender to God. Surrender yourself completely to the God. Believe in Him. He will show you the way. Otherwise, if you don't, at least, just follow an idol or follow a book to concentrate. And if you want to develop your concentration, speak with the idol. Believe it is a God. And one day it will show you the right path. I give you a clear example. For example, if I show you in my library, there is a book from the left side. At first, you look at my finger. Your concentration is only on my finger. Once your concentration reaches to the book, you forget about my finger. In the same way, how this finger works, the idol, the guru, or the God works. Once you reach the enlightenment, that peak level of the spirituality, no requirement of these all these fundamental levels. Am I clear, Abhishek ji?
Thank you so much, Santosh ji. You're very clear.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Thakkar ji, any questions?
I think I have to study a lot for making a question. And your knowledge about relating or correlating the everyday, I don't say again, not problems, but everyday questions. It is really very good, extraordinary, I can say. And the same question, if a student want to choose any particular career, what career he or she should choose, and how does Srimad Bhagavad Gita can help for this?
So Thakkar ji, basically, I believe that there are three aspects to it. when you're talking about choosing a career. So most importantly, I'll be talking about the influence of parents and how they can be instrumental in guiding the students is what I want to talk about more. So the students, if they want to choose a career or choose a topic of interest or choose a subject of interest, the most important thing is they have to first identify the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities that the career might give, and the threats. So based on this, and they have to get some counseling from the parents, counseling from the peers, counseling from the professionals in that particular career who have advanced to a particular level in that field. So that is very important. So similarly, when I talk about the importance of parents, so I believe that the parents have to teach three important things that I have taken from Bhagavad Gita to the kids. The first thing is because the students especially are in a lot of pressure, a lot of stress. So I believe that the first important thing I always say tell my students is spin it to win it. Is spin your thoughts according to your convenience, spin your thoughts according to the situation, spin your thoughts accordingly so that you grow, you develop. So spin it to win it is something I always believe in. The second one is name it to tame it. So there are some negative thoughts that we might be getting. For example, if you choose a particular career, okay, these are the destructive thoughts or these are the negatives, these are the minuses that I might have to encounter. So then you have to name the specifics of the problems that you're facing and then you can tame them. So similarly, you have to deal it to heal it. So you have to deal it physically. It has to be action oriented so that you can heal all the problems, all the sufferings that you're currently facing. So if once you're over all of these things, then you're free to choose your career of interest. So awareness, acceptance, and action. So you have to be aware, you have to accept, and you have to be action oriented. So similarly, so parents have their own duties. So parents' duty is to guide children. Similarly, children's duty is to respect parents' decision. So sometimes children they want to go to a particular field, but the parents are not supporting. For example, if a kid wants to pursue photography, or maybe music, or maybe dance. These are unconventional fields which the parents don't like. The parents always want their children to get into engineering, to get into medicine, or to get into something which fetches money, or some conventional fields that generally people choose. So I believe that Krishna and Arjuna. So Arjuna, he was in a dilemma, and Krishna guided him. So Arjuna here represents the children, and Krishna is the parent, the mother or father. So the most important thing is before the before talking about choosing the career, the most important thing is having that emotional bond between the parent and and the children. So the main problem here is the parents are not able to give enough time for the children. So this is where the problem is commencing. So we have to stop it there itself, wherein Krishna calls Arjuna me sakha cheti, that is, you are my friend. Re tata, oh dear one, istos me, you're dear to me. Prios me, you're my beloved. So this is how Krishna calls Arjuna. Similarly, so this actually creates an emotional attachment between the parents and children. And this makes the children trust and love their parents and give importance to their ideas. So similarly, parents also should follow the path of Krishna in guiding children, that is Arjuna. So so basically by showing unconditional love. Similarly, the parents have to put their children in center of attraction. It's very important that the children get that required attention. So in the middle of the battlefield, suddenly Arjuna dropped his weapons and he says that my guru and my cousins are there, I can't fight with them, I'm dropping off. So Arjuna says that I will not fight. Similarly, our children also say that, I don't want to study. I want to drop off from the college. I want to drop off from the school. I don't like the subject. So Arjuna's dilemma can be applied to our children's dilemma, the dilemma that the children are going through. So it's very important that the parents listen to the problems of the children, the interests of the children with open heart, with patience. And sometimes the children's ideas are insensible, they're repetitive, or they're challenging. But you have to have that pleasant smile, and you have to listen. You have to give them some time. So maybe over family dinner, maybe going for a long walk with your child, maybe cooking together, maybe telling stories which motivate the children with morals, shopping together, playing together. So the most important thing is the parent has to be a hero to the children in order for the child to follow. Similarly, Krishna was the hero for Arjuna. So that's why Arjuna could follow. Krishna was never a guru to Arjuna. The situation made Krishna to become a guru. Similarly, the situations have to make the parent become a teacher to their own children. Sometimes the parents have to develop their knowledge set, so that they can become the guiding force to the children. So when when the children and the parents have a healthy conversation, definitely they can reach to an equilibrium wherein both can agree on a particular career choice or a particular choice of subject of study. So similarly, the parents must have concern, consideration, and concentration, and they must encourage and motivate their children. So nowadays, people are choosing different career paths, and every career path gives us money. There's no career path which has no monetary benefit. So definitely we have to upskill ourselves, develop, hone our skills, our technical skills, our soft skills, so that we can become effective, efficient, and productive. And I believe that parents have a crucial role in molding the children towards their career interest, so that they become successful. Yes, Takaji.
I'm so involved listening.
Yeah, well said. Well said.
Yeah, it is really tremendous, and I thank God that I am with you all, heroes, youngsters. I think,
Yes, yes. I want to add Abhishek.
yeah,
In Gita chapter 1, Abhishek said, the parents should listen first what the children are going to say, right?
yeah, yeah,
In the
yeah,
same way, in Gita, first chapter, Krishna never spoke. Arjuna only. Krishna has given a chance to Arjuna.
yeah,
Tell whatever you want to, whatever
yeah,
your queries, what's the
right,
problem? First, let me know.
yes,
Krishna
yes,
was quiet in the chapter 1. In the
yeah,
chapter 1, Arjuna only spoke. Then
yeah,
onwards, he answered each and every doubt of the Arjuna. So, in the role of the parents should listen clearly,
yes,
completely,
yes,
in a friendly manner of the children. Then only they can solve the problems of the children. Nice,
right.
great, great, great.
Okay.
Actually, I
Okay,
wanted to ask
Pankaj.
questions, but I can't find any questions. I can't find any questions because you have given clear,
Really, really,
a clear
yes,
answer. Yes,
yeah,
yes,
Thank
yes.
you. Thank you,
Appreciate.
Pankaj.
Yeah.
yes. Abhishek, want to say something?
Yes,
Say,
Takaji. So
yeah,
basically, there's one quote from Bhagavad Gita which says that Tam uvacha Rishikesha prahasanniva bharata. So Krishna was listening to Arjuna with a pleasant smile. So
hmm,
this is what is missing in present day parenting.
hmm,
That's the main reason why there's a communication gap. So as Santosh ji
Absolutely.
said, we
yeah,
must have patience to listen to the children, and also we have to accept them as they are. Accept their flaws. Accepting their flaws is very, very important. And nowadays, the parents also, what they do is they compare their children with others. One parent
but
might say that my
you are
son.
giving the answer for my third question. Abhishek, you are giving the answer for my third question now only. That is good. I don't have to ask you the third question, I think, but it is included. Very good.
Just
Please say.
it's a it all are linked, right? All are linked.
All
So one by
Right,
one automatically goes on.
right,
Similarly, for
right,
example,
right.
one parent might say that, my son got a job in Facebook or Amazon or Cognizant or some big or Infosys or some bigger company. So the other parent,
So what?
might feel bad that, my son has not achieved, he's not getting a job, or he didn't land up in a bigger company like Google. So the main thing is everybody is unique. Every person has their own unique selling point. The
Right,
duty
right,
of the parent is to identify their child's USP, unique selling point, and guide
yeah.
them. Definitely, their child would definitely overshadow all his peers if the parents guide them properly or perfectly.
Guide them properly. Now, Apurva, what do you say about it?
Jay, it's a very in-depth and very relatable analysis there.
Yeah,
And indeed, what Krishnavirji said, indeed, that applies in the kind of generation shift that we are seeing at this moment. Seems like we are getting a little distant from such learnings ourselves first. So precisely as Krishnavirji mentioned, it's parents' job as a priority to guide the children in the right way. And especially what I take from Bhagavad Gita in terms of summary or in a brief way is the moral boost, building the morals that cannot be done anywhere else. It has to start from home, and home has to has a source, and this is the source we have. If
exactly.
parents are working on it, that's
Yeah,
precisely something that children would need, and guiding them in a way that they can develop their USP, as Krishnamurti said, is something that they need to figure out, find out. And I'm little doubtful on this part that the new generation that we have that's in the parent age right now, or the new parents coming up, I find it difficult that this would be something that they would be able to do anytime soon, unless they are actually taking time out of their busy lifestyle or whatever they have going on, and also considering that this is a very important chapter in their life if they want to have a happy or a prosperous life ahead, because it's the wealth chase
yes,
that's running and motivating everyone for now. But just after they will cross the sprint of, let's say, 40 years of age, 50 years of age, things will start changing and priorities will start changing as well. So whatever has been accumulated over that period of time will not be sufficient enough to, give the joy of being alive. So there has to be a lot
Yes,
of
Apurva. I totally agree. As you said, there has to be a course on art of parenting, maybe from Bhagavad Gita,
indeed.
especially for younger parents, younger generation of parents.
Ji.
I would like to say here, I'm really very glad because see, I can see the psychology of you young people. Now you are going to think of parenting also, but that is because you have been in those modes just before few years only, of getting the advices from your parents and other things, and now you are comparing yourself also as for the future what can be done also. So that is really fantastic. I can here learn young people's psychology. That is fantastic one. And I think now we are having part one is completed, or we can continue even in the next part two also the same question. But it is good that we are relating many lot things altogether. These sessions will be continue afterward also. So
Dhanyawad for the
thank you
invite,
Thank,
again,
Ji.
all of you, Apurva,
Dhanyavad, Dhanyavad.
Krishnavir,
Thank you.
and Santosh.
Thank you,
Santosh
Takashi.
ji.
Thank you, Apurva.
Santosh ji,
Thank you, Santosh.
thank you very much, all of you.